Hello, friends. Welcome back to another horror story. It was around 1:20 in the night. The city streets were as hazy as if someone had spread cotton. Even the lamplight couldn't cut through the fog. That night, it wasn't just fog. There was something else that couldn't be seen but could definitely be felt. Amit arrived at the station after leaving office late. The last bus to Bhopal left at 1:30 in the morning. But today the bus stand was almost empty. Just an old watchman and a long boat with a dim light flickering on it. The fog began to shift in the distance, as if something very heavy was moving inside. Then an old, black, rusty bus emerged into view. Its brakes screeched to a halt. Dust billowed from the bus, and the words Antim Yatra were written on the front. Oh, what's that? Antim Yatra, meaning funeral bus. The driver slowly raised his head. His red eyes, unblinking, fell directly on Amit. If you want to get on, get on. This bus doesn't wait. Amit boarded the bus. The atmosphere inside was strangely cold. People were sitting on the seats, but everyone was absolutely silent. And so still that it seemed as if they weren't asleep, as if frozen. Amit placed a hand on a man's shoulder. "Brother, this bus is confirmed to go to Bhopal, right?" The man turned slowly. His face was pale, his eyes sunken. "We're all going there." "Where you are?" Amit's heart sank. The conductor came, but he didn't look human. His body was tall and thin. His hands were unusually large. Without opening his mouth, he said, "Ticket or life?" The conductor smiled slowly, a smile completely fake. He glanced at Amit's ticket and said, "There are no passengers going to Bhopal this night." The bus suddenly jerked. The atmosphere outside was so eerie that the road disappeared into the fog. A woman was crying at the back. Amit went to her. "It's okay now," he said tremblingly. "This bus doesn't carry humans. It carries these sacrifices." The sacrificed woman pointed under the seat. Amit bent down and looked. Dried blood lay beneath the seats, as if someone had been dragged. The bus stopped suddenly. Amit looked out the window. It was a deserted corner of the night. A man was standing on the road. The conductor got out and said, "Come on, I've been waiting for you." The man stepped onto the bus, and Amit saw it instantly. His feet weren't touching the ground. He was floating in the air, and the scariest part was that his eyes went wide as soon as he got on. He sat on the last seat and whispered, "One is enough." 3. Gradually, Amit began to realize that the people on the bus weren't humans, but spirits. Whispers rang from every seat. Amit slowly became drenched in sweat. Amit went to the driver. "Brother, please stop the bus. This isn't normal." The driver slowly turned, his neck twisted 90 degrees, without moving. "We don't drive normally, son. This is a 47-year-old bus. It runs every 10 years. People from old ages come back to fill their seats. Every 10 years, this bus takes 4 living people in our place. Only then does it stop." And at that moment, Amit remembered that only 3 people were still alive inside, the old man himself and a woman. The bus door closed automatically. The people sitting in front, who had been silent until then, were silent. They stood up one by one. A dark haze emanated from their bodies. They grabbed the old man. He screamed, "Help me! Is anyone there?" Amit watched. The old man's body was dragged into the darkness like an animal and disappeared. Inside the bus, the words 3 out of 4 passengers collected flashed. The same scream appeared from every window. Amit himself seemed to have died different deaths. In one, lying on the road. In another, crushed under a bus. In another, hanging from a noose. Every reflection terrified Amit. You won't survive. Your stop is the last one. Stop the bus. The same woman who was crying. She said softly, I too saw this bus 10 years ago. I survived, but today it's taking me back to complete my turn. How to stop this? You're the only one left alive. This bus only stops when 4 sacrifices are completed. That means I have to die. The woman nodded slowly. The bus picked up speed. The seats inside were shaking. Spirits were rising. The driver had completely transformed into a demon. Get off. Your destination has arrived. Come on. We're waiting for you. Amit ran for the emergency door, but the door slammed shut like bones. Every spirit was circling around him. The woman grabbed Amit's hand. Run, I'll finish the count. The woman smiled, but her eyes filled with tears. I had to go anyway. Run quickly. And she threw herself into the middle of the bus. The entire bus screamed. The seats shook. The windows shattered, and the sign read, 4 out of 4 passengers collected. The bus stopped abruptly. Amit staggered out of the fog. The bus slowly started moving backwards and disappeared into the fog. The driver's shadow was seen for the last time. We will meet again after 10 years. The bus disappeared. Amit sat on the ground. His breath was becoming difficult. But the story does not end here. He had a ticket in his hand which had now turned black due to burning, and on it was written, "Your seat has been booked for the next ticket." Amit's eyes turned bloodshot. Sometimes catching the last bus becomes the last decision of life.